Hi, my name is Nisha. Welcome to A Little Craft Nest. Today I will be teaching you how to etch glass. This is my very first YouTube video, so I hope you enjoy it. If it's your first time here too, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. For today's project, we're going to need some glass to etch with. I have chosen to use a stemless wine glass. You will also need some etching cream. I'm using Armour Etch and a paintbrush. You will need some vinyl to cut out your stencil. I will be using the Cricut Maker, and we will be designing our design on Design Space. You'll also need some rubbing alcohol, a dry erase marker, painter's tape, and you may want some gloves to keep those hands clean. Let's get started. We're going to keep the project relatively simple today, and we're just going to insert some text, and we are going to write best, and then I'm going to insert text again and type in Nana. It's Mother's Day this weekend, so I thought I would make this for my mother-in-law. Now I'm not too happy with this font, so let's change the font. I'm going to grab one from my system, and I'm going to go with Grand Standard. Change the font for the word Nana as well. And there we go. Now you can move these and put the amount of space you want between both words. And I'm just going to highlight both of them and then go up to a line and press center. And now I'm going to attach them here at the bottom right. Now I measured my glass, and I know I want my image to be no bigger than 2.2 inches wide. So I'm just going to change the size up here and type in 2.2. Now this is the size I want my text to be. Now we're going to insert a shape on the left hand, grab the square, and I'm going to unlock the square in the bottom corner. Arrange at the top and send it backwards. Now you can see this square is behind our text. I'm going to make the square a little bigger. You can pull the sides so you have some space. I like having a gap around my text, so when we are etching it, we're not going to get etching cream on other parts of the glass, and this just keeps everything safe. So once you have the size you want, we're going to highlight everything again with the mouse. We're going to go to Align and Center. Now I want to slice out the words to make our stencil, but I can't do that if these two words are attached. I'm going to detach the words at the bottom right. Now I'm going to highlight the square and our top word best and press Slice. And you see things got rearranged here, so we're going to click on the square and we are going to move it to the back. And now I'm going to highlight the square and the word Nana and press Slice. Now we can grab our top layer and pull it to the side, and we have our stencil. We will not need these pieces over here, so I'm just going to highlight them all and press Delete. And now it's time to make it. So we're going to go up here in the right hand corner and press Make It. So I will need a piece of vinyl about the size of 5 inches by 4 inches. So I'm going to cut that out now. And when I'm ready, we will press Continue. Place the vinyl on your mat in the top corner. Doesn't have to be perfectly lined up. And then you just want to smooth it out. Get out all the bubbles. So we're just going to click on Vinyl. And make sure you have your fine point blade loaded. And when you're ready, you're going to press your flashing green arrow. Once you have your design printed, you're going to want to peel it off the mat. Remember to always peel your mat off your vinyl, not your vinyl off your mat. Then we are going to weed. We're going to take the vinyl off that we don't need. This is a nail polish holder I like to use to help weed and put the little extra pieces in. So we're going to pull out pieces we do not need for our stencil. Now we're going to clean off our glass with some rubbing alcohol. This is going to remove any fingerprints or debris that has been left on the glass. I just finished filling up the wine glass with water. I'm going to get my dry erase marker and follow the water line at the top. This is going to help me line up my stencil so I know exactly where it needs to go, as it's very tricky to measure on curved surfaces with a ruler. Once I'm done, I'm going to dump the water out and we're going to apply the stencil. I am using 2 lint rollers here to keep my glass in place while I apply our design so it doesn't move everywhere. Now we have our stencil here and I have some transfer tape. We're going to peel the transfer tape off the backing and we're going to apply the transfer tape to our design. I like to start in the middle and then push your way out. You can use a scraper or some sort of spatula or a credit card, and we're just going to get all those bubbles out. And we're going to flip it upside down and we're going to peel the backing off our design. Make sure you do this slowly so you don't lose any pieces. Before we line up our design with the line I created on the glass, I like to put a few slits in the sides. That's just because the glass is round and it's really hard to get a smooth surface on round objects. This is just going to help it fold a little bit better. Just make sure you don't cut too close to your design. Okay, now we're going to line the top of the stencil up with our line. I like to make a line down the middle with my finger and stick the middle piece down first. And then we're going to work on each side and just slowly use your thumbs to push out. Make sure there's no bubbles getting in the way. Once your design is on, smooth out any bubbles you see. If you have any bubbles that are coming out, the etching cream will go under those marks. So you really want to press it down. Go around each letter and make sure your vinyl is secure. It's okay if you get bubbles around the outside, but not touching the letters. Once you're happy with where your design is, you can peel the transfer tape off. Once again, check for any bubbles that are touching your letters. I see a few here, so I'm just going to get my thumb again and get those bubbles away from the letters. Now I'm going to get my painter's tape and cover more of the glass. We don't want to accidentally get our etching cream anywhere else but our design. Now I think I'm just going to add a little extra tape right by my bubble, by my bee, just to make sure my bee turns out and I don't get etching cream going off the bee. Now it's time to etch our glass. I've secured my glass again with lint rollers on either side. We're going to first grab our gloves and put them on. So let's open this up. We're going to grab a paintbrush and stir. And then we're just going to gloop it on top of our design. Move the etching cream around a little bit by dabbing. After leaving the etching cream on your design for about 10 minutes, it's time to take it off. The great thing about this Armour etching cream, you can actually use it again. So what I like to do is scrape some off and just put it back in the container. After this, I'm going to rinse the remainder off in the sink. Now when I rinse this off in the sink, I want to make sure the water is going this way, where I've covered the glass with the tape. You don't want your etching cream to run down to the bottom where you have the glass exposed, because it could potentially etch that spot as well. Now I've finished rinsing the rest of the etching cream off the glass. I'm going to remove the tape. Now I still have some extra water left on my glass, so I'm just going to wipe that off. That was from running it under the sink. When you're finished, you will have a beautifully etched glass. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed making your own etched glass. You can make these for gifts, for family members, for friends, even use them as favors at a wedding. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments. If you want to leave some constructive feedback, I'd also love that too. Thanks so much for joining me. And some gloves. Oh no, I need etching cream.
Go get your etching cream then.
The items you will need today for our etch some glass to etch on. Today I will be using a stemless wine glass.
For this project.
I've secured my glass again with lint rollers on either side. We're going to get cut 7.